Good morning, dear students. I am Sanju Jhajharia, Assistant Professor of English at Government College Ratangarh. This is our introductory session of Edwin Thumboo's poem Words. This poem is included in B.A.Part 3rd, paper 1st by Maharaja Ganga Singh University, Bikaner. So first of all, introduction of the poet. As you know, poet is Edwin Thumboo. Edwin Nedison Thumboo is a poet and academic who is regarded as one of the pioneers of English literature in Singapore. Thumboo graduated in English from the University of Malaya in 1956. Although he applied for a position at the university, he was rejected as few locals held academic posts at that time. He therefore worked in the civil service for about 9 years before finally joining the university. Then renamed the University of Singapore in 1966 following Singapore's independence. He received a PhD from the university in 1970. Thumboo rose to the position of full professor in the Department of English Language and Literature, heading the department between 1977 and 1993. After the merger of the University of Singapore and Nanyang University in 1980 to form the National University of Singapore, NUS, National University of Singapore. He was the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences from 1980 to 1991. NUS's longest serving Dean. NUS means National University of Singapore. Thumboo was the first chairman and director of the University's Center for the Arts from 1993 to 2005 and continues to be associated with the university as an emeritus professor, a position he has held since retiring from full-time teaching in September 1997. Thumboo's poetry is inspired by myth and history, and he is often dubbed Singapore's unofficial poet laureate. And why he is called poet laureate? Because of his poems with nationalistic themes. A pioneer of local English literature, he compiled and edited some of the first anthologies of English poetry and fiction from Singapore and Malaysia. His own collections of poetry include Rib of Earth, which was published in 1956, and Ulysses by the Merillion, and it was published in 1979, and a third map, and it was published in 1993. His latest anthology, A Gathering of Themes, was published in 2018, and his collected works, The Best of Edwin Thumboo, was published in 2012. Thumboo has won the National Book Development Council of Singapore Book Awards for poetry 3 times in 1978, 1980 and 1994. So he has won the National Book Development Council of Singapore Book Awards for 3 times, and when? In 1978, 1980 and 1994. He has also received the inaugural SEA Wright Award, means Southeast Asia Wright Award in 1979, the first Cultural Medallion for Literature 1979, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Asian Cultural and Communication Award for Literature in 1987, and the Rajarao Award in 2002. He was conferred a Bintang Bhakti May Sarkat Public Service Star in 1981 with an additional par in 1991, and the Pinget Jasa Gemilang Meritorious Services Medal in 2006. He conceived the first National Poetry Festival for Singapore in 2015. Now the summary of the poem, and our today's poem is Words. So first of all, introduction to the poem. The poem Words highlights the immense importance of words in our life. What is the importance of words in our life? They have tremendous impact on the listeners. We should use words for others with great care. If we use words for someone behind him, these may be dangerous. Words in themselves are not corrupt or offensive, but it is the context. So, words are made corrupt and offensive in which context they are used. That makes them so. Words in themselves are not corrupt or offensive, but it is the context that makes them so. So this line is used twice to emphasize the importance of words. They are nothing used unless communicated in the form of dialogue along with gestures and mood. Words are not personalities. For poets, words are a part of the poems for expression of feelings, and it depends on them how they use them. So the poem highlights the immense importance of words in our life. They have tremendous impact on the listeners. The first stanza shows that sometimes words become dangerous when they are misrepresented. What is uttered must be chosen with care, otherwise, they can be manipulated and can cause problems or hurt grievously, wound or scar someone for a long time. Words once spoken cannot be erased. The impact of words on different people varies and it depends on their understanding and the manner they conceive it. Words can be deceptive, mislead others, and corrupt or injure others when edited. The second stanza describes that words have the power to reveal the state of one's mind. So, words should be conveyed through proper tone and gestures. But they can tell the mind of one person when the words are used and conveyed through proper tone and gestures. Angry words can be hurtful. When the anger cools down and one begins to act like a considerate and conscious person, it can also be misinterpreted by others. The third stanza depicts that words in themselves are not corrupt or offensive. So it is said again that words are not themselves corrupt or offensive, but it is the context that makes them so. They are nothing unless communicated in the form of dialogue. So words are nothing unless they are communicated in the form of dialogue along with gestures and mood. Words are not personalities. For poets, words are a part of the poems for expression of feelings. So poets use words for expressing their feelings and it depends on them how they use them. So I think you enjoyed the introductory part of this poem, and in next session I will explain this poem. So thanks for watching this video.